This song is dedicated to all you who lobby against making skateboarding legal. Skateboarding is not a crime.
When skaters in security went rolling over turf, they rode another board and it was all about the surf. This was a golden era where the raw were not denied. I guess it was because there were no law controlling tides, but tides were unreliable, so they turned to the streets with 2x4s and roller skates and stayed under their feet. The land that now is skated though is governed by the cops, so now we're labeled hoodlums and we shove before we stop. We minded our own business, but the cops would shove us first, and to avoid a ticket we would stop just to disperse. To keep our passion going we would drop in bigger groups, and then we were a greater threat and stopped by bigger troops. At least that way not everyone would get locked up for art. When spots were being doing, we would split the knobs apart. Now just for all the records, cops had tackled us and shoved. Before the public labeled us, we practiced what we love.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents. See, police would rather hassle all the skaters on their boards than catch a criminal who's far more greater and ignored. They take our decks and leave us with unreasonable fines, assuming that our skaters puff that seasonable pine. We wax a couple ledges or we jumped over some stairs, so cops will come with this up high and pump them in the air. Our ledges that we skated end up guarded or the knob, as if our local skaters have been brought up or we robbed. To compensate for losses we've been given several parks, but art isn't restricted, we're not living in the dark. Now skaters are the modern rebels fighting for their cause, attacking all the politicians writing up these laws. Enforcing legislation made us skaters what we are. Those once a law abider, now a traitor with their scars. All criminals are numerous, restoring city grime. Just know that we are harmless and our boarding's not a crime.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents. We write city officials, but our fish never get fried, so skaters tear down obstacles and dish them back our pride. It's foolish, but we feel that we have gotta take a stand. They ban us from our monumental spots on public land. The evolution of the sport's obstructed by these laws. To keep it moving, we take knobs and cut them off as saws. We do this in the shadows cause of vandalism fines. We're fighting for beliefs, they try to ban us with the sign. Officials try to say they only ban us for our health, but do it cause our injuries have ran up on their wealth. Just name a single skater who has ever filed claims. We all know before that this endeavor causes pain. All we ever wanted was to skate without a fight, and now it's every day while we debate all of our rights. Before we were announced as hoodlums, no we never were, until we were harassed, none of the shit was ever stirred.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
no matter who you are. Police had told us otherwise and scattered off the tar.
Skateboarding's not a crime,
despite your residence. Your cops deliver tickets while we write to presidents.